on Facebook. And of course, tell a friend that KUTV is streaming live on KUTV News Kenya. Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has come down hard on an incident of police brutality in Nandi Hills, where officers were filmed assaulting young men playing pool, terming the actions as unlawful, inhuman, and unconditional. Murkomen said such conduct has no place in the National Police Service. Speaking in Mombasa, he confirmed investigations are underway with the Internal Affairs Unit and IPOA already on the ground. Murkomen warned that officers found culpable will be arrested, charged, and dismissed if found guilty, insisting that the government will not shed lawlessness in uniform.
Its political path ahead of the general election. Sagana in Nyeri County played host to the United Democratic Alliance.
Brutality is an issue that we must deal with and deal with it firmly. I have professed myself in the past that I will defend police officers who find themselves facing prosecution because of doing their work. But it's not our job to defend police officers who commit crime.
All right, now to that story that is eager to get its way in the lineup. 127 needy but bright learners from Murang'a County have received a major boost after being awarded the Elimu Scholarship, paving way for their transition to grade 10. Selected from over 4,000 applicants, the beneficiaries, 60 boys and 67 girls, will have school fees, uniform, learning materials, and transport fully covered. Officials say the selection process was rigorous and transparent. Beneficiaries were urged to stay disciplined and focused, with a reminder that scholarship can be withdrawn for indiscipline or poor academic performance.
Inalipia fees ya shule yote. Watoto watakuwa wanapewa pia nauli ya transport kwenda kwa shule na kurudi. Kwa hivyo mtoto akienda shule hakuna kufukuzwa alipe chochote, kwa sababu serikali imelipia kila kitu. Hata watakuwa wanafanyiwa shopping baada ya hiki kikao. Kila mtoto atapewa shopping yake na zile pesa za kwenda ile shule ameitwa.
I'm so happy for this program of Jomo Kenyatta Foundation. I'm so happy, I'm so glad because mtoto wangu amechukuriwa anaenda Kiagodho Boys. So I'm so happy to get this chance. I'm so proud of that. Juu mtoto wangu sasa atasoma, masomo itakuwa free. Ataenda even the universities. He will join university. I have great hope of that.
Elsewhere, teachers in Mombasa County have renewed calls for urgent government intervention on salaries, welfare and staffing shortages as KUPPET elections continue peacefully. Voting at Shanzu Teachers Training College was described as calm, secure and well organized. Key concerns include delayed salary increments, poor medical insurance and shortages of junior secondary school teachers, which have piled pressure on educators. Teachers urged incoming leaders to prioritize welfare as votes continue to be tallied, calling for calm acceptance of the outcome.
Maswala ni mengi sana, hasa ya salaries. Kuna rais alituahidi ya kwamba atafupisha ile awamu za mishahara. Tunatarajia hilo lishughulikiwe mara moja, kwa sababu walimu wanateseka, walipata nyongeza chache sana ya mshahara.
Kiko well organized, naona security iko top notch, na natarajia kwamba tutapata viongozi bora na wala sio bora viongozi, ili waweze kutupeleka to the next level. Tunawaomba viongozi ambao watachukua hatamu waangalie welfare za sisi kama walimu. Kuna lalama nyingi hasa upande wa insurance zile kina SHA na zile zingine ambazo zilikuweko nyuma na mambo mengine mengi ambayo yanahusiana na sisi.
We now switch gears to matters politics, where the United Democratic Alliance UDA party began laying early groundwork for the 2027 general election, using high-profile meeting within Sagana, Nyeri County to rally its base and signal its political direction within the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Delegates converged in a region where the party's grip has recently been perceived to loosen, underscoring the significance of the meeting.
Sagana in Nyeri County played host to the United Democratic Alliance, one of the key parties within the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Delegates thronged the venue following last week's grassroots elections as the party began mapping its political path ahead of the general elections coming up next year.
Watu wa mlima ndio hawa, wale ambao unaambiwa ya kwamba they are not supporting the government, sijui ni akina nani.
Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kagwe, who has recently faced political pressure from both the opposition and the national government, welcomed the delegates.
Ni wa chama kipi? UDA. President wangu ni nani? Ni William Samoei, na mimi ni nafanyia serikali hiyo kazi. Rais, yale mambo yamebaki Nyeri, ukikamilisha mimi nitasema 2 term.
In a clear sign of mounting political significance, President William Ruto reaffirmed his commitment to the region, describing it as central to his rise to power.
Tunatembea hii safari pamoja. Na mimi sio mtu ambaye nimeharibu nafasi yenu. Mimi sijaharibu kura zenu. Mimi sijaharibu nafasi mmenipatia. Yale mambo yote nimesema hapa mnaweza kudhibitisha. Tunaelewana?
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua came under sharp political attack, with the president dismissing him as a political disruptor and insisting that no individual could erase his bond with the region that gave him the momentum for his first successful presidential bid.
Tulianza kuzima ukabila wapi? Si nyinyi watu wa mlima ndio tuanzishia kuzima ukabila? Mkanipigia kura? Ama namna gani? Sasa mnataka turudi kwa ukabila ama tuende mbele kuunganisha Kenya?
Zinaendelea, tupatie president wetu nafasi, na ninajua 2027 ikifika ni Ruto Dani kabisa.
Mimi nimepangana na nyinyi, na kama kuna mtu anafikiria ati ataharibu urafiki mimi nimejenga pamoja na nyinyi, huyo ni mtu anaota ndoto ya mchana.
This is your grassroots army. Wale watakushikilia mashinani na wale watasimama na wewe, wale wameamua wanataka maendeleo, sio siasa.
President William Ruto also addressed the political cooperation with ODM, arguing that the Gen Z protest called for broader political unity.
Wakati tulikuwa na changamoto ya mambo ya taifa letu la Kenya, pale ndani kukatokea opportunity ya kuunda serikali ya kuwajumuisha Wakenya wote. Leo tuko na serikali ya broad based. Mmewahi kuona maandamano mengine kwa barabara? Ya UDA sasa tutaenda kuketi chini na chama ya ODM, tupangane. Haya, kujeni hapa tupange, tutengeneze serikali, Kenya isonge mbele. Kwani shida iko wapi?
UDA now appears to be positioning itself as a well-oiled political machine ready for the 2027 race.
Makanisa tumejenga pamoja, miradi tumefanya pamoja. Ati alafu ati mtu akuje hapo aseme Kasongo one term must go, ati ndio urafiki yetu iharibike? Hiyo ni kuota ndoto ya mchana.
Even as the opposition struggles to present a clear flag bearer and ODM grapples with internal tensions between its leadership and supporters.
Tuliweka Mungu mbele na mliona wengine waliweka kifua mbele, Mungu akawazamisha. Kweli si kweli?
Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Moriega. Mwadhani agosho.
And within the vibes of unity, Kenya's Yala representative Suleiman Shabal has warned that any attempt to push mining and blue economic cabinet secretary Hassan Ali Joho out of the Orange Democratic Party ODM could fracture the party. Speaking in Mombasa, Shabal said Joho remains a founding pillar of ODM and a key coast political force. He cautioned that sidelining Joho could trigger an exodus of leaders and MPs, urging party leadership to embrace dialogue and unity ahead of the 2027 general elections.
The coastal politicians have stood with Raila since 1992, when Raila shook hands and supported IPK. And in 1992, there were two candidates. One was Omar Mwinyi, who ran in Vita, and the current Senator Faki, who ran in Changamwe. Both lost, okay, or their votes were stolen, or whatever the situation was. But the relationship between Raila and coastal politicians goes back to 1992. And you've seen how Joho has stood with Baba all those years. As we say in Kiswahili, kwa hali na mali. So now any attempts to alienate this guy is going to backfire seriously. ODM, Baba left us as a national party. From Turkana to Samburu to Central to Mombasa to Pwani to Nyanza to Western. You cannot start excluding people now.
And now to matters touching on health. The Kenya National Union of Nurses has issued a 7-day nationwide strike notice demanding full implementation of the 2017 collective bargaining agreement. Secretary General Seth Panyako said years of delay have left nurses frustrated. The union wants harmonized salaries, payments of all negotiated allowances, and absorption of UHC nurses into permanent terms. It also wants better staffing, medical insurance, and safer working conditions. Panyako warned that failure to act within 7 days could cripple service in public hospitals. Quarter past the hour, and we take our first break right here on The Weekend Live. Don't go too far, because we have a lot more in store just for you.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Miti miti, panda panda, miti miti. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Action. Welcome. Welcome back. Now, Kirinyaga woman representative Jane Njeri Maina has challenged the young people to take charge of Kenya's political future by registering as voters and turning up in large numbers on election day. Speaking in Kutosi during a youth forum attended by over 2,000 youth, she said slogans alone cannot change leadership without the ballots. She urged youth to use their numbers to defeat money politics and elect leaders who prioritize empowerment.
Vijana tujitokeze, tujiandikishe, tuchukue kura, na pia vijana ambao wana uwezo wa kusimama ni time yenu. 2027 wacheni tufukuze hawa wazae pia kama majenzi, tuingie pale tutetee watu wetu na ndio tusonge mbele kama watu wa Kirinyaga County.
Mimi nimeweka shilingi milioni 10 ambazo zimekuwa zikipewa vijana, ambazo ni jumla ya zile ambazo leo tumezipeana hapa. Tutakuwa na mipango kama hii. Huu ni mwanzo tu, tutaenda kwenye constituency zote, tutaenda kwenye ward levels, tuzungumze na vijana na tuambie pia tukiwapanga lazima pia hata wao wachague viongozi ambao wataweza kuwasaidia kesho ama kusukuma Kenya yetu mbele. Kwa hivyo tumewaambia wale ambao hawajasajili wasajili, manake sio kupiga tu kelele kwenye mtandao na kusema one term. One term haitakuwa one term kama vijana hawatajitokeza kujiandikisha na wajitokeze pia kupiga kura. Hiyo ndio one term halisi.
And back to mother politics, government heavyweights campaigned in Ndia constituency, urging residents to back President William Ruto. ICT Cabinet Secretary William Kabogo and Water Cabinet Secretary Eric Muga and CS Masi Wanjau touted the administration's delivery in roads, water and housing. Kabogo dismissed critics as naysayers, while Muga challenged leaders to boldly defend government's achievements, saying the Kenya Kwanza programs are transforming the lives of the ordinary Kenyans.
Vijana tunasemekana sisi ndio viongozi wa kesho, lakini tuko na janga ambalo sisi wenyewe lazima tulizungumzie: drug and substance abuse. Matumizi yetu ya pombe, matumizi yetu ya miadarati, familia zetu zinaangamia. Most of our families are affected by these menaces. Na sisi kama viongozi tuko na jukumu la kuzungumza. Na ndio maana leo nimeona mpaka Masi ametia bidii na akaleta watu wetu wanakada hapa, kwa sababu tunafaa turaiane, tuzungumziane, tuelezane kinagaubaga.
Kutafika iko jam na iko highway. Mheshimiwa Ruto anataka kuweka expressway kama ile ya Nairobi. Na nini mnasema namna gani? Mnasema aje nini? Na huko ndani mnasema nini? Alafu iko mtu hapa giza tu anakuja kutuambia ati atabomoa manyumba wakichukua serikali.
Sisi under William Samoei Ruto, sisi ukisikia tukisema maneno ya two term, tunasema maneno ya two term kwa sababu kuna kazi ambao tunaona imefanyika. Kama hii barabara yenye President Uhuru alianza, rais amehakikisha imefika kule Maroa, na juzi tulikuwa na yeye akasema ya kwamba tutafikisha hiyo barabara mpaka Nyeri, mpaka iende Isiolo, na ataanzisha nyingine kutoka mahali inaitwa Makutano iende Embu, iende Chuka, iende Meru, ishikanishe na hiyo nyingine.
And elsewhere, Narok Governor Patrick Ole Ntutu has announced a cabinet reshuffle aimed at improving service delivery within the county. Following the resignation of Roads CCM John Kagua, Kul Kantai Isaac has been nominated to take over pending assembly vetting. Other changes affected lands, health, education and tourism. The governor urged residents to support the revamped team.
Pursuant to the powers vested in me by Article 179 of the Constitution and the County Government Act 2012, I have on this day, 16th January 2025, reassigned the following person to be County Executive Committee members responsible for the respective department as specified as below. 1. Anthony Senchura Namunguk, Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Vivian Sereti Mbeti, Public Health and Sanitation. Johnson Sarundi CPTEC, Education, Sports, Gender and Social Services.
Now, at least 11 illegal firearms have been surrendered in Tana River County within a week under the 60-day amnesty. Authorities say the exercise targets recurring clashes between the Orma and Degodia communities. 5 guns were surrendered by the Degodia and 6 by the Orma elders. Elders were also praised for cooperation, though officials warned forceful disarmament will follow once the amnesty lapses.
Lakini wacha niwaambie, this time round hakuna kukamata mtu. Kuna special unit tushatenga. Hii amnesty tulipewa, msiongoje ili ishe, kwa maana haitaisha. Tayari tumeprofile wenye wako na firearms, and even we know them by their names and even where they come from. Be very careful. Hatutaki ile kitu tulifanya na mutasudia, wengine watasudia. Lakini this voluntary, wakati imepewana kama huu, please tafadhali, tunahitaji musilete kwa haraka sana.
Jamii ya Orma mimi ndio nasimamia kama chairman. Sasa wote wamefika bunduki 6 na tunatarajia na tunatafuta bunduki tunaregesha, na amani hiko kutoka siku ile alitupatia tarehe mpaka leo. Hakuna shida yote imetokea na hakuna kitu inatokea, shida inatokea. Tunakaa na amani na usalama, tunarudisha na amani.
Hii silaha iko hapa mbele yetu sisi Orma hatujui, hata wengine wamenunua lakini hajui kutumia. Sababu sisi tumenunua ni kuangalia tu usalama. Na hii bunduki moja si mtu mmoja amenunua, mashirika zaidi kama Dube wako na watu 6 watu 7 ndio wanashirikiana wananunua. Hatuna pesa kununua bunduki moja mtu mmoja binafsi.
Of course, as that continues, 53 days to go for all of you within the area with the illegal firearms to ensure that you return them to avoid facing what that representative has been able to point out. Now, to our neighboring neighbors within the Uganda Republic. Uganda President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has been declared winner of the presidential election as opposition leader Bobi Wine resurfaced, alleging house arrest after a military-style raid on his home. In a video, Wine accused security officers of cutting electricity, disabling cameras, and rejecting the election results. He alleged widespread malpractice as reports of protests, arrests, and deaths emerged. Now, latest reports within the election itself note that at least 11,366,201 voters, which is a 52.5% of voters participated in the election, with the incumbent Yoweri Kaguta Museveni garnering 7,944,772 votes, equivalent to 71.61% of the valid votes cast. The NUP party leader, that is Robert Kyagulanyi, aka Bobi Wine, garnered 2,741,238 votes, according to the Electoral Commission within Uganda, representing a 24.72% of the total vote results that Bobi Wine has contested and rejected.
First and foremost, we reject whatever is being declared by Mr. Ryabakama, because those so-called results that they're declaring are fake and they don't in any way reflect what happened at the polling stations or what is at the declaration forms. And therefore, those results, the so-called results, are fake. After arresting almost all our agents, after ballot stuffing, and after shutting off the internet, the regime is trying to once again rig the elections. What happened in the polling station is a completely different story, and we demand that the internet be restored and the rightful declaration forms and tally sheets from the districts are uploaded on the internet so that the people of Uganda can see the rightful results in transparency. We also demand that they halt whatever declaration is going on until the internet is restored and until the people of Uganda can follow on the results in transparency. We are glad that there are protests, and we encourage the people of Uganda to resist any rigging and to resist any effort of subduing their voice.
All right, and that report from the neighboring country of Uganda on the declaration of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the winner of the 2025 general elections within Uganda that will extend his term to over 40 years. We take our second break as we ponder on that, and we also follow up on those matters happening in Uganda. In a moment, we'll be back with the sports.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Eva Hutoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
All right, it's about that time to get sporty, and the much anticipated Senegal meet Morocco in the AFCON final, with Senegal contesting their fourth final and Morocco their second and first since the year 2004. It is their first AFCON meeting despite 31 previous encounters. Morocco, the host nation, will hope history favors them as hosts often thrive. Senegal will face a host nation in a final for the first time, with history pointing to a tight, low-scoring affair within such games. And now to a report that gives a break to many, including this particular person. Who's that? It's Michael Carrick, who enjoyed a dream start as Manchester United head coach, guiding the Red Devils to a 2-0 derby win over Manchester City. Second half goals from Brian Bumo and Patrick Dogo sealed United's first win since Boxing Day. Despite City dominating possession, Carrick's side looked sharper, with several goals ruled out for offside. The victory lifted the spirits at Old Trafford after a turbulent spell, believe me. All right, it's about 32 minutes past the top of the hour. That moment to wrap it up for this Saturday edition of the Weekend Live. Of course, among other reports that missed our lineup today is that the grade 10 admission has been extended and the students will be reporting to school extended towards next week. Of course, in our various reports within these bulletins, we've been able to touch on the issues facing a lot of students, particularly in raising school fees. So the Ministry of Education has announced that the extension will be going on to next week. So wherever you are, in case you are joining grade 10, the doors are still open. Of course, 5 goals was what Manchester United scored. 3 were set out. That is from very strong supporters of the Red Devils. Of course, it's a happy weekend to them as Man City ponders on what next. Of course, how about we have a happy time as Manchester United fans? From me, Emanuel Kutosi, and in the sign language interpretation, Naomi Mbui, it's good night, sweet dreams. Have a good one. I'm sure I will. Good night.